Ooh, that is a brand new mic that I just got. Wireless DJI Mini. Let me know how this sounds to you guys. First time using it, and I'm a one and done. I like these things to be as raw as possible, especially with the rise of AI. I feel like the rawness belongs. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about lost, death, and just, how we move around life when those things are presented to us. Everyone has experienced some loss, especially if you're around my age. I'm lucky that I haven't lost a parent yet. I have lost close family friends. I've lost folks I grew up with in high school, people I've worked with, and most recently, a loss that really has been affecting me since I found out earlier this week. And it's, a lot of you may or may not know if you're new to the channel. I do martial arts. My primary martial art is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I've been doing it for 5 years, and the same gym. I only left the gym for about a year, and then I came back. But the gym I started with, that I'm still back at, it was one coach. And he was great. I even saw him go from purple belt to black belt within the last 5 years. Well, technically, like 3.5 years that I was there, that he was there. And then he ended up, as soon as he got his black belt, he ended up moving back to his home country, which was Poland, and started teaching at a school there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to get this wrong. I think he wanted to open his own school over there, and felt that, Poland was like, he always wanted to go back. His kids were old enough, things like that, because he had kids. He was probably I never knew his age, but probably I would say like mid to late 40s. It wasn't too old. And he moved to Poland about a year and a half ago, I believe, 2 years maybe. And we just kind of kept connected on Instagram, but life gets busy, things happen. It's not like I ever forgot about him, but I just thought he was living his life in Poland. Come to find out that he passed away recently due to some cancer. Not sure what the cancer is. It's still a lot up in the air, but just providing respect to the family and just letting them be before we start asking questions on what happened, because the cancer kind of came and took him pretty quick. So he passed. He was my first jiu-jitsu coach for like more than 2 years. He was the one that like recommended to the head guy, the head coach of my gym, to promote me to a blue belt, 2.5 years ago now. He was the one that pushed it. And he taught me a lot. The way I roll and the way I do a lot of the transitions I do are because of him. I learned so much. I used to just solely take his classes 3 to 4 times a week. And he's gone, man. Like, what? Dude was, pretty healthy, didn't drink, didn't smoke, took care of himself, was fit, you know, and cancer, something that no matter how healthy you are can just grab you and then take you. And it just kind of like threw me off. When I first heard it, I didn't believe it. Actually, I was like, this must be a rumor. But today I saw that my gym posted a photo of him getting his black belt, which I was there for, which was a cool experience, seeing someone get their black belt. And that's the picture they had as a kind of like a mini memorial. And I was like, shit, this thing is real, man. And it kind of hit me too. And it just really made me think of some of the recent decisions I made. I made a video about me quitting my high income job to take something that's a little less pay, but gives me more time. Gives me more time with my loved ones. gonna get married next year, planning on having kids shortly thereafter. And I'm like, I want to be with them as much as possible. Like, work is just there for a paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give more than I need to at my day job, which is why I'm trying to build something myself so I can control my time more. Because, like, dude, any day you could just be taken. You know what I mean? And I try to appreciate every single day that I have on this planet, but I forget. You know what I mean? Like, life gets so busy. You wake up and immediately like thoughts are like, okay, I gotta go food shopping today, and then I have to, oh, I gotta call this person, and I gotta do this thing that I got emailed about, and my car registration is up. I gotta make sure I do that. Oh, I gotta clean the house. I gotta eat. You know, I gotta cook something. All these thoughts. I got these plans tonight, and this. I have this appointment to go to. Yada yada yada. It's just always something that you forget. You're just living day to day, just doing life thing. Life just keeps you so busy, and we can't meditate on what this is. You know. And I do my best. I try my best when I'm out to like listen to the birds song, like watch all the wildlife around me. You know, it wasn't until I moved to California I started seeing hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds, and I see them frequently around where I live, and I love seeing them. They put such a big smile on my face. Or, you know, when you're hiking and I saw like a cow yesterday, or like some deer in the bushes, and they run away, and I try to capture those moments, you know. I try to capture the moments that I have with my loved ones, my partner, and the moments we have together, and my family, even though they're not nearby. But when I am with them, I try to hold on to those as much as I can and savor those moments. And sometimes I don't, because my brain is too busy. My brain is too busy about, okay, like, it's Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday you got these things to do, like with this work thing, and then after work you got to do this and then that, and then my brain just gets so busy. I call it the tabs. You know, on your laptop you have all these tabs open, and I just have so many open at times that, like, in the morning I have to give myself a slow morning while I'm making my coffee to like close those tabs, to like think through things and like close them, not leave them in a loop, you know. And that's hard, man, because it's like, oh yeah, I got, you know, a few tabs closed in my head, but guess what? By the end of the day, more just come, right? And it's crazy because, you know, about a year and some change, I also lost a buddy that I used to work with, actually. A guy, he was an IT guy at one of my previous companies that I worked at. He was a dope dude, very fun, easygoing, like, super chill guys, always laughing. And something just got him. He just didn't wake up one day, you know? And you're just like, what? You know? It's just crazy, man. So I hope that more of us start to see this, and whatever you do for your job, or like whatever you do that makes you feel that you're on purpose, make sure it doesn't take up too much time. Let's not be like our previous generations where they sacrifice so much of their family and loved ones' time to build something that doesn't really matter, right? A lot of what we've created in society is not even real. You know what I mean? Like, money's not real. The things we do day to day, most of it isn't real. Unless you're like cooking, like growing food, building, like constructing things. A lot of that is what's important. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of other things just really don't matter. Like, you know, there's very few things. If you're in healthcare, that matters, like taking care of people. There's a lot of jobs that do matter, but there's also a lot of jobs that just don't matter. You know what I mean? So whatever you do, like, don't give more than you need. You know, God always has a way of providing. At least that's my experience in my life. I've been very lucky, and there's just been moments where I'm like, I don't know how I got through that, but I did. whether you believe in God or not. Like, there's always something that's helping or looking out for you. Um, but yeah, like, it sucks for this loss. I'm like super sad. I've been thinking about it all morning. When I like confirmed it this morning, actually, I confirmed it, and it was like it was hurtful because I knew him well. You know what I mean? I knew him well. Met his kids, met his fiance. His fiance was a part of the gym. Like, she was awesome, super cool, super smart, and he's gone now. I'll never see him again. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. I think the funeral is in Poland, so I won't be able to go because I believe it's this weekend. But it just sucks, man. It just sucks. But yeah, man, like, that book that nurse, I think hospice nurse wrote, is like the 5 regrets of people dying or something like that. If you Google it, it'll populate. It's pretty popular. Um, but that book is probably like one of the most important reads you will have. And even if you don't read it, you can listen to it, or you could probably find a summary article on it online somewhere. I mean, you can ChatGPT it, or or something. But those are the things we have to keep in mind as we are continuing in this life, because like, you just never know, man. Today could be your last day. You don't even know. Car accident, sickness overcomes. You have stroke. I mean, people have been having strokes at this age, where I'm in my 30s. Like, people be having strokes. You're like, what? You're like, why? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Take care of yourselves, man. Call the ones you love. Like, call the ones you love. Tell them how much you love them. Try to see them as often as you can, because you just never know if that's going to be the final time. So yeah, I'll see y'all later.